Bursa is a large city in Turkey, located in northwestern Anatolia, within the Marmara region. It is the fourth most populous city in Turkey and one of the most industrialized metropolitan centers in the country. The city is also the administrative center of Bursa province. Bursa was the first major and second overall capital of the Ottoman state between 1335 and 1363. The city was referred to as Hudavendigar during the Ottoman period, while a more recent nickname is Yeşil Bursa in reference to the parks and gardens located across its urban fabric, as well as to the vast and richly varied forests of the surrounding region. The ski resort of Mount Uludağ towers over it. The mountain was called the Mysian Olympus by the Romans who lived there before. Bursa has rather orderly urban growth and borders a fertile plain. The mausoleums of the early Ottoman sultans are located in Bursa, and the city's main landmarks include numerous edifices built throughout the Ottoman period. Bursa also has thermal baths and several museums, including a museum of archaeology. The shadow play characters Karagoth and Hasavat are based on historic personalities who lived and died in Bursa. Bursa is also home to some of the most famous Turkish dishes such as Iskender kebap, specially candied marron glaces, peaches and Turkish delight. Bursa houses the Uludağ University, and its population can claim one of the highest overall levels of education in Turkey. The historic towns of İznik, Mudanya and Zeytinburnu are all situated in Bursa province. In 2014, Bursa had a population of 1,800,278, while Bursa province had 2,787,539 inhabitants. History of Bursa. The earliest known settlement at this location was the ancient Greek city of Ceos, which Philip V of Macedon granted to Prusiazari, the king of Bithynia, in 202 BC. Prusiazari built the city and renamed it Prusa. After 128 years of Bithynian rule, Nicomedes IV, the last king of Bithynia, bequeathed the entire kingdom to the Roman Empire in 74 BC. An early Roman treasure was found in the vicinity of Bursa in the early 20th century. Composed of a woman's silver toilet articles, it is now in the British Museum. Bursa became the first major capital city of the early Ottoman Empire following its capture from the Byzantines in 1326. As a result, the city witnessed a considerable amount of urban growth throughout the 14th century. After conquering Edirne in East Thrace, the Ottomans turned it into the new capital city in 1363. But Bursa retained its spiritual and commercial importance in the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Sultan Bayezid I built the Bayezid Kulesi in Bursa between 1390 and 1395 and the Ulu Cami between 1396 and 1400. Bursa remained to be the most important administrative and commercial center in the empire until Mehmed II conquered Constantinople in 1453. The population of Bursa was 45,000 in 1487. During the Ottoman period, Bursa continued to be the source of most royal silk products. Aside from the local silk production, the city imported raw silk from Iran, and occasionally from China, and was the main production center for the kaftans, pillows, embroidery, and other silk products for the Ottoman palaces until the 17th century. Following the foundation of the Republic of Turkey in 1923, Bursa became one of the industrial centers of the country. The economic development of the city was followed by population growth, and Bursa became the fourth most populous city in Turkey. The city has traditionally been a pole of attraction, and was a major center for refugees from various ethnic backgrounds who immigrated to Anatolia from the Balkans during the loss of the Ottoman territories in Europe between the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The most recent arrival of Balkan Turks took place in the 1940s until the 1990s, when the communist regime in Bulgaria expelled approximately 150,000 Bulgarian Turks to Turkey. About one-third of these 150,000 Bulgarian Turkish refugees eventually settled in Bursa. Geography. Bursa is settled on the northwestern slopes of Mount Uludağ in the southern Marmara region. It is the capital city of Bursa province, bordered by the Sea of Marmara and Yalova to the north, Kocaeli and Sakarya to the northeast, Bilecik to the east, and Kütahya and Balıkesir to the south. Climate. Bursa has a borderline Mediterranean, humid subtropical climate. The city has hot, humid summers that last from June until September. Winters are cold and damp, also containing the most rainfall. There can be snow on the ground, which will last for a week or two. In the mountains, especially Uludağ, it is freezing and snows all winter. Summer in the mountains is pleasantly warm. Economy. Bursa is the center of the Turkish automotive industry. Factories of motor vehicle producers like Fiat, Renault and Karsan, as well as automotive parts producers like Bosch, Mako, Valeo, Johnson Controls, Delphi have been active in the city for decades. The textile and food industries are equally strong, with Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola and other beverage brands, as well as fresh and canned food industries being present in the city's organized industrial zones. The top 10 industry corporations in the Bursa province are as follows: Oyak Renault, Tofaş Fiat, Bosch, Borslike, Turk Prisman Cablo, Sutus Dairy Products, Bis Energy, Zorlu Energy, Borusan Management Buru, Componenter Doktiş. Apart from its large automotive industry, Bursa also produces a substantial amount of dairy products, processed food, and beverages. Traditionally, Bursa was famous for being the largest center of silk trade in the Byzantine and later the Ottoman empires. During the period of the lucrative Silk Road, the city is still a major center for textiles in Turkey and is home to the Bursa International Textiles and Trade Center. Bursa was also known for its fertile soil and agricultural activities, which have decreased in the recent decades due to the heavy industrialization of the city. Bursa is a major center for tourism. One of the most popular skiing resorts of Turkey is located at Mount Uludağ, just next to the city proper. Bursa's thermal baths have been used for therapeutical purposes since Roman times. Apart from the baths that are operated by hotels, Uludağ University has a physical therapy center which also makes use of thermal water. Transportation. Bursa has a metro, trams and bus system for inner-city public transport, while taxi cabs are also available. Bursa's Yeni Şehir Airport is 20 miles away from the city center. The citizens of Bursa also prefer Istanbul's airports such as Atatürk International Airport and Sabiha Gökçen International Airport for flights to foreign countries. Due to Istanbul's proximity to Bursa, there are numerous daily bus and ferry services between the two cities. The 8.8 km long Bursa-Uludağ gondola connects Bursa with the ski resort areas 1,870 meters high on the mountain Uludağ. Education. Bursa has 2 public universities and 1 private university. Uludağ University, founded in 1975, is the oldest institution of higher education in the city. Founded first as the Bursa University, then renamed Uludağ University in 1982, the university has a student body of 47,000, one of the largest in Turkey. Bursa Technical University is the second public university of Bursa and was established in 2010, beginning education in the 2011-2012 academic year. The first private university of Bursa is the Bursa Orhan Gazi University, which started education in the 2012-2013 academic year. Istanbul Commerce University has opened graduate programs in the city in 2013. Sports. The city has one professional football club, Bursaspor, which competes in the Turkish Super League, the top tier of Turkish football. Bursaspor has won its first league title in the 2009-10 Turkish Super League season. becoming the second Anatolian club to ever win the league title after Trabzonspor. Bursaspor is today considered one of the 5 biggest football clubs in Turkey, along with Galatasaray, Fenerbahçe, Beşiktaş and Trabzonspor. The city had a professional basketball team in the Turkish Basketball League, Tofaş SK, which was among the most successful teams, until it stopped participating in the league following a decision by the automobile manufacturer Tofaş, its sponsor and parent company. Main sites: Ulu Cami is the largest mosque in Bursa and a landmark of early Ottoman architecture, which carried many elements from the Seljuk architecture. Ordered by Sultan Bayezid I, the mosque was designed and built by architect Ali Nekar in 1396 to 1400. It is a large and rectangular building, with a total of 20 domes that are arranged in 4 rows of 5, and are supported by 12 columns. Supposedly the 20 domes were built instead of the 20 separate mosques which Sultan Bayezid I had promised for winning the Battle of Nicopolis in 1396. The mosque has 2 minarets. Inside the mosque there are 192 monumental wall inscriptions written by the famous calligraphers of that period. There is also a fountain where worshippers can perform ritual ablutions before prayer. The dome over the Sadurvan is capped by a skylight which creates a soft, serene light below, thus playing an important role in the illumination of the large building. The horizontally spacious and dimly lit interior is designed to feel peaceful and contemplative. The subdivisions of space formed by multiple domes and pillars create a sense of privacy and even intimacy. This atmosphere contrasts with the later Ottoman mosques, the mosques that were built after the conquest of Constantinople by the Ottoman Turks in 1453, and influenced by the design of the 6th century Byzantine Basilica of Hagia Sophia, had increasingly elevated and large central domes, which create a vertical emphasis that is intended to be more overwhelming, in order to convey the divine power of Allah, the majesty of the Ottoman Sultan, and the governmental authority of the Ottoman state. Places of interest. A brief list of places of interest in and around Bursa is presented below. For a longer list, see Places of interest in Bursa. Mosques and Kulliye complexes. Bursa Grand Mosque and Kulliye, Yeşil Mosque and Kulliye, Bayezid Mosque and Kulliye, Muradiye Mosque and Kulliye, Emir Sultan Mosque and Kulliye, Orhan Gazi Mosque and Kulliye, Huldavandigar Mosque and Kulliye, Kocasanarpasa Mosque and Kulliye, Izchikpasa Mosque and Kulliye, Karakabi Grand Mosque, Karabasai Veli Cultural Center, Bazaars and Caravanserais. Yildirim Bazar, Kozahan, Pirin Khan. Other historic monuments. Bursa Castle, Urgandi Bridge, Inkaya Sycamore, very big and impressive 600-year-old tree. Museums. Bursa Archaeological Museum, Bursa City Museum, Bursa Ataturk Museum, Bursa Turkish Architecture Museum, Bursa Islamic Works Museum, Tofaş Museum of Cars and Anatolian Carriages, Armistice of Mudanya Museum, İznik Museum, Parks and Gardens. Uludağ National Park, Bursa Zoo and Botanical Garden, Hot Springs and Thermal Baths. Keramet Hot Spring, Sekurca Hot Spring, Almatlu Hot Spring, Oylat Hot Spring, Gemlik Hot Spring, Selek Palace Thermal Bath. Beaches. Armutlu Beach, Kumla Beach, Kursunlu Beach, Orhangazi Beach, Mudanya Beach. Images from Bursa. Statue of Ataturk and the Governorate of Bursa, Kozahan in Bursa. Entrance gate of the Yeşil Cami, Bursa Castle, Muradiye Mosque and Kulliye in Bursa. Governorate of Bursa. Ottoman-era traditional houses in the Mudanya district of Bursa province. Port of Mudanya. Mount Uludağ is a popular winter sport destination. Bursa aerial tramway, Urgandi Bridge, Ataturk Museum, Sarakustu Mosque, Orhan Gazi Mosque, Emir Sultan Mosque. Twin towns, sister cities. Bursa is twinned with Darmstadt, Germany, since 1971. Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, since 1972. Multan, Pakistan, since 1975. Oulu, Finland, since 1978. Tiffin, Ohio, United States, since 1983. Kairouan, Tunisia, since 1987. Denizli, Turkey, since 1988. Lefkosa, Northern Cyprus, since 1990. Anshan, China, since 1991. Bitola, Macedonia, since 1996. Sedir Lunga, Moldova, since 1997. Kayserlorda, Kazakhstan, since 1997. Muasgar, Algeria, since 1998. Kulmbach, Germany, since 1998. Pleven, Bulgaria, since 1998. Plovdiv, Bulgaria, since 1998. Tirana, Albania, since 1998. Košice, Slovakia, since 2000. Vinnytsia, Ukraine, since 2004. Van, Turkey, since 2008. Rabat, Morocco, since 2010. Gyeongsangbuk-do, South Korea, since 2011. Bakhchisarai, Ukraine, since 2010.